So, thank you. Thanks for getting up. You really didn't need to wait up. I appreciate it, mate. I haven't seen anyone for 24 hours, so yeah, it's good. Only really in town. But I don't know. Did you ski down the bit Bjorn from? No. It's way too steep. Yeah. And in the dark as well. I've crashed so much today. I can't tell you how many times I've fucking crashed. It's been a pain in the arse, honestly. Yeah.
It's a little bit sun in the morning, then it never gets up that hill. Yeah. So it's definitely been quite parky.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Then you're finally getting to use some of the kit you've brought for the cold.
I'll tell you what, yeah, you're right on that. And as you go through that, it's been, for the last 15 Ks, I've used skis, snowshoes, walking boots, ski boots. Every 5 minutes you're changing all your kit just to adjust to the terrain. But coming across that, if you didn't have these snowshoes, that'll be a killer. But no, it's all right. It's all well.
It's been an easier day today than it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday there was 2 big hills and we had a blizzard on the top of one of them. So they were quite sketchy. And quite sketchy coming down as well. It's a bit tricky trying to ski down a hill in a blizzard when you can't really see where you're going. So a lot of it was just pushing this in front of us and not in the skis.
Yeah, have you been skiing much today, or are you sort of still walking with the ice?
If it's like this, it's easier. Well, I find it easier walking. I'm not really very good at skiing anyway. I'm very good at falling down though, I've done that lots. I don't think there's any part of my body that hasn't got a bruise on it, hasn't been whacked by either the ground or the back of my foot.
But you're otherwise in good spirits, feeling good?
Yeah, my ribs are quite sore. Like I fractured my ribs about 2 months ago,
right.
And I think I might have refractured them with all of the falling over. So,
yeah.
That's been quite sore, so I'm stopping at Clivyok.
Okay.
I'm not going to go any further than that.
Yeah.
We all are. We've been together for all day. Well, little gaps in between where when people stop to faff and fall over.
Yep. That's sensible. So you're going to call the race there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sensible. Mate.
It's been amazing so far. It's been.
Yeah.
I can't really even describe how different it is to last year. Yeah. Warmer temperatures, but just ice everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is really sketchy.
Yep.
Been good.
Proud of that, mate. And what a day to finish on with the weather like this.
Oh, I know. I mean, we've been lucky with the days, and yesterday was just beautiful. It was like this bluebird day, no wind at all, apart from the last bit on the top of the last hill. It was quite windy up there.
Stunningly beautiful, but the terrain was lots of stones, ice, roots, rocks, so just slow going,
yeah.
But beautiful. I mean, we're in paradise.
From checkpoint to jump across and then going up the mountains, I was like, this is bloody hard. And then I saw it was full of snow, and there's just so many holes in it now. It's just collecting it, but then it all freezes, so I can't keep emptying it, and it just all ends up collecting. And then I'm carrying a hell of a lot more weight with that stuff that's in it. So it'll be fun.
Problem after problem, isn't it?
But good sleep. Shout out to Alex from Liechtenstein. He had the room warm when we arrived at Forte. I'm Kiera, Pavel. I live in Jokkmokk.
and this is, well, the Torpon area where keep our reindeers. So right now I'm basically home, but the Kungsleden Trail goes in a pretty unnatural direction, straight over all the valleys. Usually you travel east-west. Yeah.
Do you think being a Sami and being from this area is giving you a bit of an advantage on the race?
Absolutely. Maybe just being, the environment, the conditions. It's maybe for some people it's a bit hostile, it's new, they're not used to it. But for me, it's winter, 7, 8, 9 months a year sometimes. So yeah, that's an advantage.
And how have you found racing with the pulka and the skis? Are you finding that tricky, or have you been practicing?
No, it's tricky. I did some practicing. I'm not really that much of a skier, but I know how to ski. But this touring, skiing over the mountains, a pretty new area.
And then as the race progresses, you've reached the halfway point now.
Yeah.
What's the strategy for the rest of the race? Is it just to keep slow and steady, or?
Well, I had some idea to let the fast guys clear the way to Kvikkjokk, and then I would just zoom past them. But things are, not really going how planned. But just slow and steady. Basically. Eat, move, rest.
Yes, my plan was to reach Hemavan, but it's very slow. The speed, it's icy. And also my two friends, Rob and Barclay, they stop here. I cannot imagine to travel such a wilderness alone. So it's enough emotion and enough exercise. It will be impossible to do it in 9 days. But beautiful view, especially today on the ice.
Yeah, I've learned the hard way that a loose trace isn't the place to be in the Swedish mountains.
Well, what a way to learn as well.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's really good to see you.
Yeah, you too, mate.
Glad I got to see you cross the finish line this time and not bury yourself in the snow.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. It's it always has ever. The finish takes a little bit longer to arrive than you think, but came on the end.
Well done.
Hey John, how you doing?
With a little medal.
Thank you very much. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well done. You can be
Wow.
sheriff now.
Yes, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Leif, you become the second official finisher of the Challenger race this year.
Yes.
Well done. You're not alone
Good.
though. A few of the lads ahead of you, they've stopped here on the
I
race.
heard that.
So
Yeah. Okay.
you've
Okay.
got a
They're
few-
all right.
You got a few friends tonight. They're all fine.
Okay,
But
okay.
how does it feel to come out and do 129 miles in Arctic Sweden?
Yeah. Good. Good. It's cold. It dropped a bit today. Suddenly dropped about minus. It was saying minus 20 on the back of my pulk. But otherwise, there's been some nice bits of skiing. Last night was quite emotional on the top of whatever that hill is, and there was a whiteout just driving horizontal snow sideways and going up and up and up. But I got to the top and then came down to the bottom, and then found a hut which I was going to sleep in. Lovely warm hut, 2 bunk beds, which were taken by Rob and Matthew, so I slept on the floor in the porch. But it still kept the
You're
wind
not gonna
out.
hold it against
It kept the wind out, yeah.
No, they're in there. You
Are
can
they
take
in
it
there?
up with them.
All right, believe me, I will. But no, it's a great race. Good to have done it, and really appreciate it.
It's all worth it.